and welcome back to another one of my videos. I hope you're having a wonderful day and are doing well. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what is the purpose of a Pandora Safety Chain. Is it mandatory? Is it something you don't need? And what other functions does it serve besides what it says in the name, a safety chain? So we'll go in those three topics and we'll kind of review it together, and I'll also show you a couple of the safety chains that I have in my collection and why I like them. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, you guys, so this is a Pandora safety chain, and this one is called the Dainty Bow because it has a cute little bow detail on both sides of the chain. Now, overall features of the safety chain, they actually come in different chain lengths. Now, I'm pretty sure the different chain offerings are only available, and I could be wrong, but I think they're only available in the UK, because in Canada, when you go to buy a safety chain, you don't get to pick what length you want in a safety chain. They just give you whatever they have, which I find really interesting. So all of my safety chains, they come in all different types of lengths, and you don't really get to pick, the size of safety chain you want. And basically, the reason why they have different sizes, from my understanding, is because each one is suited to your wrist measurement, which I think is really cool. But for whatever reason, we don't follow that here in Canada. And I think the US is the same. Like, you just buy the safety chain as is. It doesn't really matter what length. So I always found that really interesting, that we don't seem to abide by that. So anyway, that's kind of rough idea. Now, there is a part on the safety chain, as you can see here, that's a little swivel. And as you can see, that is one of the main details on this. And this is the side of the safety chain that you're gonna put on your bracelet first. So the one with the little swivel. So when you're first putting your safety chain on, this is the one you're gonna screw over the bracelet and go around. So that side with the little swivel detail, which you can see right here. The other side, as you can see, has no swivel. And the reason is for this is just so it goes on properly and it fits, and the chain is in a relaxed state. So that's one of the biggest kind of fundamentals of the safety chain. This is the side you're gonna put on first on your bracelet. So the one right here. Okay, so I've zoomed you guys in nice and close so you can get a good look at a safety chain on a bracelet. So this safety chain is already attached to the bracelet, as you guys can see here, and I have the swivel end over on the side, so the one closest to the clasp when you're putting it on the bracelet. So that's on. Now, the main reason to invest in a safety chain is to act as a safety precaution. So kind of what's in the name. Basically, if you didn't have a safety chain on and this was on your wrist and this clasp suddenly opened, your bracelet could just fall off. And that means that you could misplace it, you could damage one of the charms if it falls from a decent height, things like that. So basically, it helps keep the bracelet intact. Now, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I have never had my clasps open. Never ever. I've been collecting Pandora for so many years. I've never had that happen, but I've always had a safety chain on. And I kind of like having that precaution kind of taken care of. And I also just love the look of a safety chain on the bracelet. I love the little chain dangling around. That's just me. Now, another good thing about the safety chain, number two, is just being able to wear the bracelet and put it on with ease. Now, you guys, it kind of holds the bracelet on you when you're putting it on. So I'm going to show you how I do this. So we're going to wrap around our little safety chain on. And by the way, this is my tea inspired bracelet. I do have a video about it if you'd like to see a better look at it. So you're gonna put this around your wrist, and you see how it holds the bracelet there for you? So already you don't have to play around with it as much. It helps make it easier because this and the distance between this and this, it's closer together. Now you're gonna go around with your clasp. You're gonna go to the edge of the bracelet, and you just put it on. Like that. So see how easy that is? Now, I'm gonna show you my other little trick, is how to take the bracelet off. Now, when you take the bracelet off, a lot of times it just falls off you. So you might wanna take it off over a pillow or over something like a softer surface if you don't have a safety chain on, because it can just plop down and then you might dent or damage one of your charms. Not terribly, but you guys get what I mean. You might not want your bracelet kind of clunking over things. So I'm gonna show you how I take it off. So I have here my little guitar pick, and this is what I like to use to open the clasp of my bracelets. I mean, Pandora does have some awesome clasp openers. Like, I think they have 2 options if you guys want to have a special Pandora one. But for me, I'd rather invest my money in actual charms for my bracelets, so I don't have one. So I just use guitar pick. So I just go in, like I put this part right in, I push it in, and I open it. And just see how it falls? So it just stays like that over my wrist. So it doesn't fall anywhere, it stays right on, so it's so handy. And then you can just slide your bracelet off. Now, if you have different chains lengths, sometimes you might not be able to slide your bracelet off because it might be a smaller chain, it might be slightly bigger. So unfortunately in Canada, we really don't have those kind of like chains. Like, I think we have all different kinds. So I have so many varieties of different chain lengths. So if anyone in a different country knows a little more information about this, I would love to know, because we don't abide by those rules. So let me know. So that's my tea inspired bracelet, and that is the second reason why having a safety chain is a great investment for your Pandora bracelet, because just to put it on and take it off, it makes it so much easier, and it protects your bracelet a little bit too. So the other reason to get a Pandora safety chain is a design, and it just adds a beautiful design and touch of detail to your bracelet that's a little more unique. So when the bracelet's closed, it has a beautiful dangling effect, which I think is really pretty and really elegant. And then you can also really enhance the design of your bracelet, kind of echo certain details with the safety chain. So on this one, I do have cubic zirconias going throughout this bracelet. And what I love is that the clasp has cubic zirconias, and then my safety chain also has that detail. So from a design point of view, safety chains are just like a charm. They can really enhance your bracelet. Let me show you a couple more options. Okay, so on my Enchanted Forest bracelet right here, I have the Raindrop safety chain, and this one I also have on my Something Blue bracelet. This is one of my favorite safety chains. I think the Raindrop one is so pretty. So as you can see, I still have the swivel side closest to the clasp when you put it on. And then on the end, just the normal way. Now, the raindrops is such a great theme for my Enchanted Forest bracelet, because when it's raining in the woods, and what let things grow, the sun and the rain. So this is very beautiful, and it goes really nicely with the texture of the bracelet alongside with the other charms on here. So again, from a design point of view, having a safety chain can also just add a little bit more to your bracelet. Okay, and then last we have my Fairy Garden bracelet, and I have the Daisy safety chain on this one. And on a Fairy Garden bracelet, what better than to have a cute little daisy safety chain to follow suit with the themes of the flowers. So again, a safety chain is so great for that. Now, this Fairy Garden bracelet, this one has the longest chain. Assuming, like I was saying before, it really is to match with your wrist measurement, because I'm pretty sure when you're wearing this bracelet, I think the safety chain is also meant so it doesn't come all the way off your wrist. I think it's supposed to keep it over your hand too, and that's why they have the different safety chain lengths. So if I'm correct on that, let me know. The last bracelet I wanted to show you guys is this beautiful safety chain I just got, and I actually put it on my bangle for fun. Now, technically you don't really need to put a safety chain on a bangle, because if you were to have both ends on, it makes it really difficult to put on. So you would put the bracelet on first, and then you would take your clasp and you would put it around, and then you would clip it in place. So you technically, if you want, you can put a safety chain on a bangle as well if you just want to keep it safe. But to be honest, again, I've never had my bangles open, so I've never really had to worry about, you know, them falling off. So it's not something I actually do with my bangles, but for this design, it's an idea for a fairy tale bracelet I plan on putting on a Moments bracelet. I just kind of wanted to see how it all looked together, so I put it on a bangle with the charms I have so far. And it's so pretty, so I thought this would work really, really well with a pretty fairy tale theme. So isn't that stunning? So pretty. So like I was saying, you don't have to put it on a bangle, but if you want to be extra precautious, you can. But this isn't very common among Pandora collectors to put a safety chain on a bangle, but you can be like me and put it on one just for the sole purpose of design. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful with thinking about if you do want to invest into a safety chain or not on your bracelet. And please let me know if you guys are a fan of the Pandora Safety Chain. I know I am. I love designing my bracelets with safety chains. Even if they weren't called a safety chain and they didn't have a safety purpose, I would still use them because I love how they look on the bracelet. I think they look awesome. And for me, just to put my bracelet on and off, it saves me so much time, so I love it for that purpose as well. Also, in terms of designing a Pandora bracelet, I recently did a video about Pandora spacers, so I'll link that. And then I also want to thank you guys because I just checked the other day and one of my first ever YouTube videos, it was called How to Design Your Pandora Bracelet. It has over 200,000 views. I am like, what? It's crazy. And I just wanted to thank you guys so much because I know for a fact like it would not have that many views if you guys weren't sharing it, and like, yeah, it's crazy to me. So thank you so much for all of you guys that are subscribed to my channel and who chat to me on Instagram and leave me sweet comments and everything, because I just truly appreciate it. Like, it's so cool to have friends all over the world who love Pandora and are obsessed with Pandora as much as me, and that we can kind of share these special memories and meanings behind charms with each other. And it's a wonderful community. So thank you so much, you guys. It honestly means the world to me, and I just feel really, really blessed. So thank you. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.